Stephen Adams, you talked to him? This was the only time you talked to him this morning?
Yes, you saw the appointment last week.
I love it when people tell me that I strip them of the due process rights that you wrote in here, since I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about. You've been appointed counsel, or you've had counsel. Now, Mr. Naldi, before that was John West.
Yes, sir.
And if they fail, then that's their problem that they have to answer to me and the Bar Association, and their license gets risked. But accusing me of stripping of due process rights, the most important thing was to have competent counsel. If they are both competent counsel, if they fail for whatever reason, you don't blame the judge.
Yes, sir.
Okay? That's the way that should be. Mr. Naldi had been appointed. He's a fine lawyer as well. But you're asking what?
He has indicated to me that he wishes to have his case set for trial because I haven't done much reading on it.
I don't want an attorney to see you.
You want to represent yourself?
Yes, sir. I don't trust y'all to appoint counsel. Like, my rights have been violated continually over and over again. Like, I would request trying to John West from my I seen any issues or evidence or nothing. Like, I've been sitting in this county jail for 2 years with medical issues and stuff.
How many times did you say Mr. West came to see you?
He came to see me one time at the jail. I seen my family come see me. He never came to see me at all.
Hold on.
He brought me to the
Hold on. How long were you in jail?
I had been in jail for
Red flag alert. When a defendant says, "I'll go solo," courts get nervous. It's called pro se representation, and judges know it's a legal minefield. Question for you. Is this courage or self-sabotage?
you 1 year. He came to see me for the first time. He came to see me up here, but he told me something like he was talking about my case. I haven't seen nothing against me at all. And I've been trying to come see him. And I requested hearings. My dad's called the courtroom and requested hearings to get motions out filed with him and spend it out without denying. I had the right to be present in court. When I get part of the process, confirmation call.
Yeah, that's not what it says. That's not what it's I also have written a lot of articles on the Constitution. And it's not a debate on the Constitution, but
John must have informed that he became aware of a conflict because he was considered coding in the case, so that also might be a reason as why.
when was John West appointed, though?
He's appointed to me in June of 2023.
Let's go, we're going on 2 years. He's only talked to you one time?
One time, and
How did you get appointed?
Yeah, she's been home.
Well, how did, okay, well, the thing, what is bothering me is why I wasn't told that he had only been, he had only, for 2 years, he's only seen him one time?
There was an issue with codependence on.
Well, I did, but
I'm not sure how.
that doesn't stop somebody from representing. I mean, if they don't see him, they're not representing.
Well, it's a codependent judge. You can't legally talk to them.
Oh,
Yeah, but somebody can walk up to me and tell me about it. I mean, if that's a problem with y'all, but I mean, he's only been seen one time in 2 years. My Lord.
I just know this against me as policy.
And nobody's, what?
It's not quite, I don't mean to interrupt, it's not quite.
I know, I don't-
Marvin Lewis as his attorney as well.
Huh?
And he had Marvin Lewis as his attorney.
Did you ever see Marvin Lewis?
No, sir. I'll do the science.
He's never, that doesn't mean if you're unable to hire somebody,
Yes, sir.
we don't wait for you to sign. We get you lawyers so that they can talk to you. They're supposed to communicate.
No,
If they're not,
All right.
we can't
Apologize.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, but it needs to get to me. Nothing's getting to me and being presented to me. But so Marvin Lewis was representing you, and he never called.
Yes, sir.
That didn't happen on my watch normally.
I've been trying to address the issue. Just feel like the truth. That's all matters to me. Like, I'm trying to prove my innocence. Trying to fight my.
This is the moment of no return. The judge drops the legendary line. Someone who represents themselves has a fool for a client. That phrase? It's centuries old, and judges use it to warn defendants they're steering straight into disaster.
Face, like,
Judge, also, it looks like Mr. Lewis had his case in the 252nd. somehow the case ended up over here. I was not quite sure why. So,
You're in the 257.
They're out in the queue this whole time.
I don't think so. I think for some reason it started off in the 257, which is probably where a problem began and never got unfinished.
4 co-defendants, we had 3 of them over there, I think. Probably moved it over to be with the others. Not sure. I have all 4. Let out 2 of
How
them.
long have you been representing? She's good about it. Yeah.
I do appreciate talking to you when you go and have listening.
I did watch that.
You want a trial, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
She's able to represent you, but you probably go to trial if you requested me to appoint somebody off the trial docket wheels.
I am like
They're all competent lawyers. She would take probably a long time because she's one of the defenders and they have a ton of cases that are all lined up for trial.
just don't want to have to go through all the good ways. I'll be political by myself on this.
Here's what you have to do is fill out today, right here before you leave, your indigent form. Yes, I declare you indigent, which I'm sure I will. And I'm going to appoint a lawyer immediately to represent you for trial. And put it on the trial docket right. Do you understand? I'll fill that out. Okay. And that's what you want. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. If you're, I don't want to turn you though. I don't want to be a attorney. Anybody, I just don't trust you. Only counsel. I appreciate
Let me ask you, have you ever represented yourself in trial?
I haven't. Yeah, I said, getting wrong. I think you know because I've done so wrong. It's like, I appreciate y'all concern. I really do. Not trying to be any type of way. I just, I'm going to take a chance on myself.
Do you know how long that decision is? It's a long. I mean, I was only practicing law for 45 years, since 1979.
Sir, I appreciate y'all.
Right. You speak over me, that's not right. Okay, let me just explain to you. I've done this for 45 years. And it's true. Someone who represents themselves has a fool for a client. That was an adage that came up way before I was born. Because it doesn't change. People who are trained in the practice of law are more confident. You are not aware of the rules of evidence. You're going to be held to them. And if you don't follow the rules of evidence, then you are punished in the trial. When I say punished, you're trying to get things done, and if the court says that's not the way it's done, I'm not allowing it, you lose opportunities to prevail or try. You don't need them. You lose battles. Number one. And you've got the Code of Criminal Procedures. The Penal Code. You're charged with penal code violations. People went to law school for them. Now, some lawyers, unfortunately.
2 years. 0 evidence reviewed. That's not just bad lawyering. That's a due process nightmare. No wonder the judge calls it preposterous. Imagine sitting in jail for 24 months without knowing what's even stacked against you. Justice delayed is justice denied, right?
It's like in every profession. Some people, some give everybody else a bad name, but by and large, the people who practice in this court do a fine job. That sounds like it is aberration what has happened. There's no way that you shouldn't have been discussed this and gone over with this. That doesn't mean that the Bar Association has failed you. Those have. And that's just the way it is. You just don't say, I'm sick, I had a bad doctor, I'm not gonna go get fixed, but I have a disease that if I don't get help, I'll die. I'm just gonna die. That doesn't make any sense. A competent, what I'm gonna do is send somebody over to you. You decide after you talk to them first, okay? Because truly, it's something should have been told to me that they never came to talk to you. And here's what we're going to do: is I'm going to have a hearing with us and find out why that happened. And I'm going to ask you to be present because these are people who work on my behalf when I appoint them. And if they're failing, then they're going to be answerable to this court and the Bar Association. as well as to you.
I just always agree with I've been able to obtain any evidence for myself.
That's incredible. I don't understand. Nobody, you have not discussed evidence against you with anyone in 2 years. That's preposterous. That shouldn't have happened. Okay, and I'm gonna have a hearing on that. Right here. But fill that out. And, I will, I'm gonna, in fact, I'm gonna let her work with you on this today, on anything you need answered, and helping out on just some of the basic discovery if you have it. Who's the prosecutor on this, please? Can you provide some discovery to the attorney to get to the defendant?
Yes, sir.
Okay. He says he's provided it to them. Why they didn't get to you and discuss with you is crazy. All right. Well, fill out that, sir. Thank you. Helping out.